problem. They don't like you. And if it's allowed that they don't like you, then it's highly unlikely that they will ever like you. The big thing about bad bosses is that you may not be able to get rid of them. You may be stuck and must find a way to manage them. And if you love what you do and the company you work for, then for sure, you'll want to do everything in your power to work it out with the big cheese. So let's take a look at some of the most overcompensating personality traits and how to manage them. I'm going to concentrate on the most difficult bosses: the micromanager, the boss who steals your ideas, and the screamer and berater. With regard to the micromanager and screamer, I want to look at this from a different perspective. This guy I knew, let's call him John, started working for a company that manages drug returns for pharmaceutical companies. He worked inside the pharmacies and had to return the expired drugs. When you consider what's involved, this guy had to get to a location every day, sometimes hundreds of miles from home, review each drug, which, by the way, there may be drugs with similar names, review the dosage, the expiration dates, and return policies, get the job done, and then drive to the next location or home. You have to understand the practices, be quick, and extremely proficient. After all, we're dealing with drugs. Well, this guy was a friend of mine, and when he started, very new to the business, the ramp up to learn wasn't so quick, and the boss's fuse was real short. He would yell at his employee and push him to do better. He made my friend feel terrible. The employee resented him. This ensued for almost a year, cautioning him that he could be fired if he didn't improve, learn the pharmaceutical company rules, get faster, and do a clean, efficient job. So fast forward a year into the job. The boss didn't yell anymore. The employee was efficient, did a clean job, knew the pharmaceutical rules. I even had a chance to see my friend in action one day. I was impressed at his process to maintain organization and his precision as well as his speed. I give you this example because many would have considered this boss a micromanager as well as a yeller. But really, was he trying to be heard? Because a mistake is very costly when you're dealing with drugs and the pharmaceutical business. And if you're experiencing the same outcome with a boss, what is the cost of your mistake or lack of proficiency in your job? Is this what causes the boss's stress? Because we know there's a better way to manage an employee who's clearly trying to do their best. But if the boss maintained an even keel and warm demeanor, would the employee understand the urgency of what they're doing? Maybe or maybe not. The end result of this situation is that the employee understood the critical nature of the job and the fact that they needed to perform to be successful. And the employee persisted. The level of precision this employee had in his job after he had refined his skills was amazingly impressive. His overall confidence level soared. He perfected his job. What a great feeling. So the first question I ask anyone who's dealing with a difficult boss is it you? Is there something you need to do more effectively? Are you proficient at your job? Are you giving it that extra effort? Do you show up early for the job? Or are you strolling in a few minutes after your start time? Do you study hard, learning what you need to know and being exact in that process? Sometimes a bad boss response is from the impression you are sending. Do you really care about this job? And do you realize that you're capable of being excellent in this job? If you don't believe in you and feel that you are mediocre, you may perform mediocre. Or perhaps you've developed some bad habits over the years and you've grown accustomed to performing that way. Your boss, though, may not have the time or human resources or wherewithal to give you the time to grow into the position. Hence, their own issues come into play with a stressed